Yo, 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 what is up? I am live once again with another live stream vid. This time, this is a post fight vid, live stream, I should say. So it shouldn't take too long for me to be on here. First things first, just want to say that just got through watching the matchroom card that took place not too long ago on the zone. I must say, this was a very interesting card to say the least. What do I mean by that is that there was some pretty startling events that took place on this card tonight. Well, technically, it's still in the evening, early in the evening here in the States. But when I meant by tonight in the United Kingdom. So I mean, the undercard. I mean, there were, obviously there's a two. I would say the co-main events. Before I get into that, briefly touch on the undercard. I mean, it's not too much going on there. Those fighters did what they had to do, like Dante Davis, I think, and who was the other cat that was fighting on the undercard. But the point is, it wasn't that great of a card. This is another situation. Matchroom was trying to sell a good card to to the viewers and the to the consumer, but a lot of people are not thrilled about the recent cards they put on, um, given the fact that the zone is now entering the pay-per-view market starting next month with the Gennady Golovkin fight. So, obviously he's going up against Ryoto Murata in Japan, and that fight is scheduled for December 29th. So that means I might have to get up like 4 or 5 in the morning to watch that fight. But anyhow, first things first, let me just go ahead and dive into it. Terri Harper versus Alyca Baumgardner. Let me just say this: when that fight got made, I was pretty surprised why that fight got made. And the reason why I say that is because Terri Harper has been out for more than a year now. After the last time she fought was against Tasha Jonas, and she's been out for a while due to an injury. I think it's to her right hand. She had to have surgery, and she's coming back. Her fight. That was a very difficult fight. She got hurt many times. She got hurt multiple times, and she took a lot of punishment in that fight against Jonas. And and I said to myself, it's like after that fight between her and Jonas was over, I thought those girls will never be the same again because they inflicted a lot of damage on each other. And it's a shame that we never got the rematch. But the word on the curve is that Tasha Jonas was offered the rematch and she declined it, but not her though. But Joe Gallagher, who's just nothing but a nuisance, a nuisance when it comes to making putting fights together. But anyways, so the rematch didn't come off. It's just a damn shame. But Terri Harper, pretty much is trying to what you call it, trying to bounce back from a hard fought victory. I mean, not victory, hard fought draw. Some people felt she lost. Some people felt she won. It is what it is. But she's going up against Alyca Baumgardner. I was surprised. Again, I was surprised that fight was made because Alyca Baumgardner is no slouch. This is not exactly a fighter that you would consider a tune-up, given the fact that you had to come back from a very difficult fight against Tasha Jonas. I was very shocked about that. I was like, okay, maybe you put her in there against a Erica Frias probably type of fighter, because Frias is kind of like what 4-6, 4-7, or 5. She's lost 5 of her last 7 fights, and Frias is down, on the decline. So I thought that would be a better fight for them to make. I'm not sure if Frias can make 130 because she is pretty big, but I'm just saying though. I mean, they could have offered Harper that type of fight, but hey, power to Steffi, Steffi Goff and her trainer, Terry Harper's trainer. They accepted the Baumgartner fight. And again, I was shocked that that fight was made, but and I said to myself, I was like, you know what? I think Terry Harper could get beat in this fight because Baumgartner, aka the Bomb, this girl can fight. She's got power. She's got speed. She's got elusiveness. The one thing I would say about Alicia is that she keeps her chin in the air a little too often. So she's got to tuck that in. I think she fights out of the Mayweather gym. She fights it from TNT. So Mayweather's got a champion, another champion that is. You want to call Tank Davis a champion? Well, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. So, yeah, Baumgardner, her only loss on the record was against Christina D'Arturo, which is, who is also a very good fighter herself. She's a 140-pound fighter and, former champion who, by the way, get Katie Taylor beat for the WBO title. So, yeah. So anyways, Baumgartner, all I gotta say is that her jab was like deadly on point because Terri Harper entered the fight pretty much not interested, seemed timid. Something was off about Terri Harper. I don't know what it was. Her confidence didn't seem to be there. I don't know what it was. Something was off about her. No excuses. All credit to Baumgardner. She wasn't expected to win the fight. But, if anybody who knew her and saw, seen her previous fights, she shouldn't have been a big underdog. You shouldn't be surprised that she won the fight. I mean, when I mean won the fight, she stopped Terri Harper. I mean, she stopped her in the fourth round. So this is what happened. The fight from the start was kind of out of reach for Harper because the first 3 rounds I gave to Baumgardner. Baumgardner had a great jab. She was throwing some great combinations. Her hand speed is ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Ridiculous hand speed. And Harper was confused by that because she's never seen someone with that type of hand speed. I think the closest fighter that she's ever fought with that, similar hand speed is, not similar, but somewhat good hand speed is Natasha Jonas. But Jonas doesn't fight like that. So the fact is that Baumgardner was blinding Harper with some, various shots coming from different angles. The fourth round came. Harper was trying to apply the pressure. As soon as she tried to lead in with her left jab, next thing you know, boom, Baumgardner caught her with a very placed, very timed right hook. And Harper was gone on her feet. She was knocked out on her feet. And the next, the left hook came in, but the referee came and stopped it before Baumgardner could put more mustard into that left hook. But I can tell you one thing. A lot of fans were booing, were upset about that stoppage. Me personally, I don't know why the fans are upset about that because Harper could have gotten killed if that referee allowed another 2 punches go in not killed, but seriously could have gotten hurt. Seriously could have gotten hurt because she was gone. She was no position to continue that fight after she got caught with that right. That right was landed perfect on the chin, and Harper was gone. She didn't complain about the stoppage either because she knew she was gone. So all props to Alyca Baumgardner. She fought a very perfect fight, even though it lasted only 4 rounds. Very perfect fight. Obviously you cannot give Terri Harper 1 round. If you want to give her 1 round, so be it, but it is what it is. I know Eddie Hearn was talking about, there's obviously people are wondering if there's a rematch in play. Because you know how Eddie Hearn likes to do it. He likes to insert these rematch clauses with certain fighters, especially with the opposition. Because I think he also has a stipulation: should they win, he gets promotional rights to that fighter. That's what he likes to do. So, Baumgardner's sake, I'm sure that's the case. Now, would Terri Harper, quote unquote, fancy the rematch? Me personally, no, I don't think she should take it. Because Eddie Hearn was asked about this in the post fight. He was asked, would she get an immediate rematch? He's like, well, that's up to Terri. That's up to her to decide what she wants to do. From that indication, it looks like to me that they're not going to want to take the rematch with Baumgardner. They're not going to want to do it. If they're going to do it, let her come back with some confident building fights, and then they can go back in here against Baumgardner. Because if you take that immediate rematch, I do not like Terri Harper's chances in that fight. None. Some people are going to make excuses. She wasn't herself. She was, lacking the confidence going in. So, look, that could be the possibility. But to me, I just saw that Terri Harper is always Terri Harper, a person who's going to apply the pressure, come forward, establish a jab, and then try to work herself into the inside in mid-range. But every time she tried to do that, Baumgardner was catching her with 3 unanswered punches and catching her and keeping her at bay with the jab. So if the immediate rematch happened, I just don't see it going any differently. The only thing I would say is that Alyca Baumgardner is going to have to be, complicit. just like Andy Ruiz again you did against Anthony Joshua. All right, I digress. But anyways, hey Obbs, what's happening? What's happened, Terrence? Boxing Learner says that damn, congratulations to Kiko Martinez. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that one in a second. What up, Dan? Mikey gave all these Spaniards confidence. Now they're slowly creeping into the champions. Yeah, after that Sandro Martin win, all these damn Spaniards, man, these motherfuckers are coming in and they're just disrupting the whole boxing landscape. After that, Boxing Learner says I had a feeling Alyca would win. Yeah, I mean that was the feeling I got too when the fight was made. I mean, look at the parameters. Harper was coming off a very tough and difficult fight against Jonas, which was a punishing fight. She's been out for more than a year. She's coming off a hand surgery, and then she's going in a fight against Alyca Baumgardner. I mean, props to Garner. Props for Harper taking the fight, but I was very worried about that. I was like, no, wait, hold on here. You're fighting a person who's on a winning streak, who's hungry. This person is trying to get a fight at 140 or 135, is not being able to secure it. I mean, this is all due to the fact that Mayweather promotions are, they're terrible at getting their fighters, good fights. That's why most of them are leaving. Tank Davis is the only one that's left standing as far as star power is concerned. I mean, Badu Jack is no longer there. It is what it is. But anyhow, my point is that Baumgardner has been waiting for an opportunity for a long time now. I know that Michaela Mayer, who's the unified 130 champion, who's also the lineal champion at 130 pounds, she called out Alyca Baumgardner after the fight, whatnot. So, and then she taunted Baumgardner by tagging her, saying, "Why aren't you mentioning my name on who you want to fight?" I'm not sure if Michaela Mayer missed this, but Alyca Baumgardner did say that bring them all on. I want anybody at 130. She just said that, and furthermore, there's previous interviews. There's interviews on YouTube right now. Previous interviews that Michaela Mayer's team didn't want the Baumgardner fight. Baumgardner's team wanted to make that make Mayer fight before Mayer became a champion, but some reason they didn't want it. So unless Alicia's lying about that, Michaela is going to have to respond to that because that's going to come back up. Because I mean, Alicia's gonna. I'm sure Alicia's gonna respond to Michaela on Twitter and say, "Hey, you ducked me. Remember? You ducked me. Remember we were trying to make the fight against you, but your team didn't want it." So I would like to see that fight. And if me personally, that's a 50-50 fight. Now, Michaela Mayer, I did pick Muhammadouche to beat her. I mean, Michaela Mayer showed me that she's got grit, but she took a lot of punishment in that fight against Muhammadouche. And I mean, I know how people felt about the scoring. I felt that Muhammadouche got the short of the stick. I thought, look, no, I'm not going to get it twisted now. Let's not get it twisted. I felt that Mayer won the fight, but there was no way in hell that Muhammadouche did not, there's no way in hell that Mayer won that fight by a clean sweep or by domination. There's no fucking way. No fucking way. But I digress. Again, it is what it is. She won the fight. It is. But me personally, maybe people are going to ask her, maybe you should rematch Muhammadouche. How about that? Before you start running off your mouth. And let's not forget, you took a lot of punishment in that fight. So anyhow, the point is that, yeah, I like to see that fight. It's a 50-50 fight. But me personally, I probably give, I don't know. Maybe I'll favor Mayer, despite her coming out and saying what she's saying. That's fine. That's what a fighter's supposed to do. I'll probably favor Mayer to win that fight against Baumgardner. But again, there's that rematch clause. That's up to Terri Harper to see if she wants to invoke it. But me personally, I don't think she should. I think she just let Baumgardner go with the title. I know Abe Bob says that she's got 2 belts now. Well, if you're talking about the IBO, I guess, but it's a minor title, so I really don't count that, but it is what it is. So wait, who is the lineal champion at 140? I thought Terri Harper was. I could be wrong. Let me check on that. Let's see. Katie Taylor is definitely the lineal champion at 135. Let's see. All right, as far as women's concerned, yeah, actually, there is no lineal champion at 130 right now. I thought Mayer and Muhammadouche should be for the lineal championship status, but apparently it wasn't. Okay, so right now we only have One, two, three, four. We only have 4 lineal champions in women's boxing. One of them is Katie Taylor. The other, Chantel Cameron, defeating Mary McGee a couple weeks ago. Jessica McCaskill at 147 when she beat Cecilia Brakes. And by the way, McCaskill is a 2-time lineal champion. Clarissa Shields is a 2-time lineal champion at junior middleweight and at middleweight. So she, where she's held both the undisputed championships there. So, yeah. But anyhow, there is no 130 lineal champion in the women. So, yeah, I think if you put Baumgardner up against Mir, that'll be for the linealship. So, we'll see. Aob says that, hey, Harper ain't taking that again. Hey, you might be right, man. The way Eddie Hearn was speaking in that post-fight interview, he said, nah, man, that'd be up to Terri to decide that. Because honestly, because Eddie Hearn, if he's asked that question, if this is Anthony Joshua's situation, he'll say, yeah, he's taking the rematch, and we'll decide where it's going to be. But when it comes to this one, he said, nah, that's up to Terri Harper to decide. I think, to me, this goes to show that he's going to sit down and talk to Terri. Says, you know what? It'd be best not to take that rematch. Just take it easy. Let's give you a couple of interim fights to get your confidence going again. And then you can go back in there against Baumgardner. But as far as Baumgardner is concerned, I definitely want to see her go up against Mayer. Let's see if Mayer's team is going to be up for the task after the very difficult, punishing fight they had go up against Hamadouche. So, and as far as hand speed is concerned, we know Alyca Baumgardner's definitely got the hand speed. She's very elusive. She's pretty athletic too. So, Michaela Mayer, I'm saying I'll favor Mayer because she's more seasoned. She's got better pedigree. But who knows, man? Baumgardner, I think I like Baumgardner's chances in that fight if they were to make it. I want to see that one. Yuming Choi, I know she's the other champion. I don't know if the Choi's team will want that, so we'll see. Anyways, let's go down to Kiko Martinez or Kid Galahad and Kiko Martinez fight. What do I have to say about this? Kiko Martinez is a shot fighter. Let's not get it twisted, all right? This is a man who started his career, I think, at bantamweight, I believe. I could be wrong, but that was like nearly 14 years ago. All right. I mean, this man is like totally shot to pieces, and he's been brought in. He's being brought in as a high level journeyman gatekeeper status for Eddie Hearn's fighters, and this guy just came in there. He was getting beat. Let's be real. I probably gave him 1 or 2 rounds, and before the 5th round came in, when he's hurt and stunned Galahad at the end of the 5th round, and Galahad was gone. I don't know what his corner was doing. They should have asked him to, make sure his senses was there, to say, hey, look, what arena are you? What day is it? That type of thing. They should have made sure that he was within his senses, but they didn't want to do that, Dominic Angle, because they were so hell-bent in trying to get him to win the fight and fight on fumes and instincts. But the fact is, he was gone after that first knockdown in the 5th round. He was gone. The next, Kiko Martinez kind of obviously went in there and he finished it off in the beginning of the 6th round. So, or at the end of it, I don't know. But the fact is that he finished it in the 6th round. And Kiko Martinez is the IBF featherweight champion. He's the IBF featherweight champion. All right. I know Sofa Bear got a lot of slack for that fight against Kiko Martinez because, it went to unanimous decision and people felt that, wait a minute, you let a guy like Martinez take you the distance. This is a shot fighter. You should have knocked him out. But hey, Sofa Bear is looking at that and say, well, you see why I couldn't knock him out. Look what he did to get Galahad. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. So yeah, I mean well, so Martinez has fought between bantamweight and super bantamweight, but the fact is that all I gotta say is that this was not a good night for Matchroom. Hell, this has not been a good year for Matchroom at all. Hell, let alone it's not been a good year for PBC either. So the PBC and Matchroom's having a very difficult year so far. Not saying the fights aren't bad. There are some good fights this year, but they're losing all of them. And Sean Porter better win his fight next week against Terrence Crawford. He better win that fight. And we got, speaking of Matchroom, on the Matchroom side of things, Joshua Buatsi is going up against Vaslov next week. That's a dangerous fight. I don't know, man. I mean, Joshua Buatsi does have to step up some form, sometime. But dude, he's taking a huge step up. A huge step up. I don't know, man. I'm not sure Boaz could beat Voslov in this fight. I'm not sure. If he wins that fight, all power to him, all props. But dude, this is not an easy task right here. This is going to be a very difficult and dangerous fight for Boazzi going up against Vlaslov because as I said, I thought that Vlaslov beat Joe Smith Jr. And I'm quite disappointed that he didn't get the rematch against Joe Smith, but it is what it is. So yeah, man, Matchroom and PBC, man, you guys need to turn around before this year ends because right now this is not a good year for you guys, for both stables, just to say, not a good year. Man, Wilder goes down, Joshua goes down, Terri Harper goes down, then Kid Galahad goes down, Caleb Plant goes down. I mean, then Sean Porter's, like I said, all pressure is on Sean Porter next week to get the PBC back up to winning strides. Now if he goes down, oh boy. And then you got, on the Matthew side with Joshua Buatsi. So both fighters are pretty much have a lot of pressure to win next week. So, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Well, actually, no, Buatsi is not fighting next week. My bad. He's fighting next month. Oh boy. Anyhow, there was something else that came about too. Some people were going off on David Benavidez for the weigh-in yesterday. He's going up against Kyron Davis, who's his replacement for Jose Uzcategui, who tested positive for a banned substance. So the weigh-in happened yesterday, and Benavidez came in at 169 pounds, and fans were just, people were upset about that and tore into Benavidez. But here's the thing, though. Before you guys went off on Benavidez, you should have done your little research here, because according to a report here, the fight, the contracted weight between Benavidez and Kyron Davis is at 169. So technically, it's a catchweight light heavyweight fight. So technically, Benavidez did not miss the weight. He did not miss the weight. So again, people need to do their research on this before they start making videos and start going off on Benavidez and harassing him in his social media feeds, whatnot. So look, they're contracted at 169. So it is what it is. Okay. So that's all I got to say about that, guys. So I just wanted to, make that correction. David Benavidez did not miss weight. Again, the contracted weight is 169, not 168. So he made 169. So he made the weight for the catchweight light heavyweight fight against Kyron Davis. Terri Harper goes down in flames against Alyca Baumgardner, and Kid Galahad goes down in flames against Kiko Martinez. So, oh man. Anyways, guys, let me know what you thoughts about this in the comment section. I'm out. Peace.